So, how do you get referrals as a real estate investor? Let me give you my fourth tip on how I repeatedly get referrals. Guys, it's so important that you build a brand and you use social media. What do I get out of using social media? Honestly, it allows me to stay top of mind. I can tell you that literally, I have been told these exact words: Courtney, you're freaking everywhere. I see you everywhere. I just smile. I'm like, that's the goal, dude. That's the goal. Now, everyone's goals are different, right? I have been told that no less than like 30 times in my life. When someone's come up to me like, man, I see you everywhere. Like, man, you're all over the place. And I'm like, that's like, I know that all of my effort is compounding, right? Now, social media. Do you need to be a content creator to get referrals? No. But I have literally bought a number of houses through social media, and I am not using paid ads. Period. I'm not using the like sponsored or paid. Like, I don't know how to do that. The reality here is people are watching my content and they're reaching out to me and saying, hey, can you help this friend? Can you do XYZ? Right? Or do you do XYZ? And it usually is something that like they're paying attention to my content, right? Um, Social media allows me to have followers and friends. And then by posting consistently, it allows me to hopefully stay top of mind so that when the day comes that someone in their life or them themselves find themselves in a position where my skills can help them, that they'll reach out. And so you've got to not negate social media. Look, whatever your feelings are about Grant Cardone, whatever your feelings are about him, I went to a conference by him in 2019 and literally it just shifted, not for real estate, but for marketing. Something shifted in my brain. And I took all of my platforms on social media platforms, I took them from private to public. I went from having like my 300 friends and acquaintances and family to, letting anyone follow me and actively growing that. So here we are, 6 years later, and I'm still like literally actively focusing on this because, I mean, we're only 2.5 months into this year, and I've already bought one house off of social media. Not a paid ad, not anything like that. Someone reached out to me who I hadn't seen in a long ass time, like probably 5 years. Hey, Courtney, I keep up with you and all this stuff. Do you still buy houses as is? Like, it's obvious that I still do. I think that was like the ice breaking question. Um, but I mean, like, that's that's the goal, you guys. I mean, you're not like this was someone who I went and I worked out with like almost 5 years ago. And so we were friends in real life, acquaintances, right? But I don't go to that gym anymore. I'm not like in that, whatever that group, acquaintance, work, however you meet these people, right? But social media has allowed me to stay top of mind, and then my content has allowed them to really show what I do. Super, super important. I'm not going to say people will forget you otherwise, but there is a strong sense that people will forget to remember that this is what you do, right? Stop being a silent professional. If your social media, if I were to look at your social media today, and like I had this crazy idea of taking like 2 to 4 people's social media who was willing to get in a hot seat and just reviewing their account and just giving them my raw ideas. Am I a great content creator? I don't know. I think I'm okay-ish, right? I definitely have put in a lot of reps. Definitely have been doing this for years. I've had some things go well, right? But one of the first things I realized in 2019 when I had that mental shift about, using social media for real estate investing was that, it's not about the paid ads and all that stuff. It's about like literally just showing people what I do. And my previous stuff was like literally photos of family, food, books, and travel and my dogs, right? Um, and which is totally fine. But the reality here is like if I were to look at your account, what I know that you do real estate would I know that you buy houses? And would that be a like would it be like clear and easy to understand what you do? I rarely, in 2019, I had been buying houses for years. I had rarely posted about the houses on my social media. That's crazy, right? Um, so super important. I believe social media has been an absolute hack for me. It has allowed me to raise private money, build relationships. Um, I mean, education. It has allowed me to obviously buy houses, different things like that. Because it's been huge, right? I mean, you're obviously here in a form of content that I'm doing, and so now, again, you don't have to be necessarily a content creator. Like you don't have to have a podcast and, all these different things, but there's a lot of very practical things you could do with your social media, even if you're just posting once a week. My goal right now with, Instagram and it shares to Facebook is that I literally post once a week on Instagram. Once a week, once a day. Um, and I am so that like seriously once a day takes effort, but I've been doing that now for I think 2, maybe 3 years where I've been once a day and like have almost not missed a day at all. And that consistency has really paid off, right? My With all the repetition, I've gotten better. And this is not highly produced. Like I'm not like it's not highly produced stuff. Every now and then I will do production based stuff, right? Like with media companies and things like that. I can't tell you how many times just me and my cell phone, right? Every now and then I'll have an additional microphone or additional light. Very simple stuff, you guys. Don't have to overcomplicate it. I promise you. Look, I had a video and I don't care about virality. I had a video go viral though, 2 months ago with 1.5 million views. It was a 12-second video, literally from my cell phone of me opening a closet in a fixer-upper. 12-second view with my cell phone. Again, not about virality, but it's like it's most of my stuff is not it is not highly produced or anything like that. So, all right. So this tip, guys, it's you've got to use social media to stay top of mind. That is so important. Um, Super, super, super important, guys. It is free 99 to do it. Most of you have a smartphone in your pocket, right? Most of you are already on social media. You're just not using it right, right? Use social media for your benefit. Don't just consume, right? All right, guys, this is the fourth tip. Stay tuned for tips number 5 and 6.